guys, welcome back to the Kitaholics YouTube channel. It's Corrine here today. Got a 12x12 layout with the July kit. Just got some scraps of paper here left over from my 5 Travellers notebook layouts that I've already made, so I'm going to try and use that instead of cutting into my other papers. So I like to I subscribe to the 4 kits and then I get the paper add-on as well, because I found that I didn't have enough paper after a little while, and now that I do, now I get the five kits, I suppose you could call it. I find that I only have a little bit of paper, or I try to save what I can, so it's a full sheet, so it goes into my stash, because I don't have a lot of paper. I have a lot of other stuff, but not a lot of paper. I always found that too expensive, so I never bought the expensive stuff, and now I get to do that because the subscription helps. So I'm trying to use these little bits and pieces up. They're not going to work, as you can see. And then I try the others. I tried to leave this in a little bit so you could see how I kind of process the layout that I'm making. I do decide to stick with that paper, but on the other side, the black and white houses. So I'm just going through here still. Nothing works, but you know, you still have to try everything. And I love that paper, but I struggle to use stripes unless it's for a background, because I want all of the colour to stick out from behind the photo, and I find that on one side it won't, and so that's alright. We just stick with this one. So I'm getting my watercolour out, which is my favourite. I don't know if you know that already, but it is. I'm just going to pick some green, some pinky colour, and what is it? Yellow. Goodness me. Bit of a mind blank then. And I spray a bit of... I went to put it on with my paintbrush, but I thought, no, what am I doing? Just spray it on. And I think that really helps the paint spread more so than putting it on with the paintbrush. It's a lot better. So I've struggled a bit with watercolour. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube of watercolour, and because it is my favourite technique, and I've struggled all the time to make mine come out looking like it was organic. You know, that I didn't purposely put it on the paper in that shape or try to make it look like watercolour as much. But I think that one, a lot of water helps, and two, practice. It's just been practice. So I'm playing around here with something or other. Then I'm going to put some yellow on. I decide a couple of days later that the yellow wasn't quite dark enough, and I just went back in after I finished the layout and just darkened it a little bit. I thought that darker yellow there beside the orange was just going to be a little bit orange, and I didn't want to put it on, but when I tested it, it turned out that there was more yellow and it wasn't really orange at all. So I was giving it a quick dry, and then I decide that I'm going to add splatters on top, and I just have to I just put them on the corresponding colours, so yellow goes on top of yellow. Of course they splatter a little bit further around, but I try to keep the bulk of them on the colours that they're intended for. The pink that I use, I had to mix a bit of pink and orange together to make a corally colour. So I'm just doing that because you can't mix it with splatters type thing. But I like the splatters on top. I think I'll try that more often. Give it a quick dry, and I find that the back, drying the back helps it not warp as much, or it bends it back the other direction so it doesn't, it doesn't look as bad. I did use the basil marshmallow cardstock for this, and it's the first time I've used it, so I'm really happy with it. I like that it doesn't warp very much, and it was really easy to use. It's so thick. I was surprised at how thick it actually is. It's almost like a piece of cardboard. So, sorry if you can hear me sniffing. My allergies are playing up today, and it's a bit cold here in Brisbane, so I have a small allergy to my cats, but I love them. I love cats too much to let it affect me, so I just have to deal with it. And I was giving him a kiss before, so I'm all sniffly from it. Anyway, back to what I'm doing. Adding a bit of a gold doily because everybody needs a touch of gold. It's my favourite colour. I don't know if you could say at the moment or of all time, but it's definitely up there. And it doesn't seem to be getting any less of a favourite. So I'm going through these wood chips. They're the Page Evan ones. And I'm just trying to find a couple, and I like that. And I thought, oh, why don't I just lay them on each colour that's on the wood chips, which was very convenient. I didn't plan that when I was making the layout either, so I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it just happened naturally. So I love that outline heart. Give me an outline heart or a circle with the heart in the middle, and that's my jam. Love it. And that's my favourite piece, so I had to use that. I'm just picking out some embellishments that I can find that are the corresponding colours and putting them on. And you can never have too many arrows, so there's an arrow in every colour on this layout. Sorry, I had a bit of a yawn then. The cold weather makes everyone sleepy, I think. So I'm just going through, trying to figure out something to put there. It's really finished. I'm just procrastinating now, trying to find if there's anything else I want to add. But it really just looks done to me, and I just can't find anything else that goes. Except for those wood buttons, which I will pick soon. I struggle with grid layouts, and I don't like putting a rectangle piece or a square piece onto a layout when it's already got a square for the photo or something like that, unless it's a grid layout and there's, they're everywhere or whatever. My cat's coming now, and because he can hear me talking and wondering where the people are. So, back to this. I just fiddle-fart around trying to find stuff. I choose those wood buttons, and that's it then. I think, okay, put it down, it's done. So I'm just going to go through now and glue everything down. And of course I stuff it up and I move it down, and I think, oh, then I've got to wait till the glue dries a little bit, and then I use my glue eraser and just that's what you see me doing there. Works good, those things. That's my favourite glue that I'm using. It's that Tombow. The plastic's missing off it because the kids always pull it off. But that's alright, doesn't affect the use. It's my favourite glue. I go through heaps. I think I'm on my last bottle at the moment, so that means I have to buy some more soon. Because I ran out a couple of months back and it was terrible. That week that I had none, I really struggled. So I better make sure I add it to the list of things I need to buy. So I'm just trying to pop up the butterfly wings, and I decided that I only like one side popped up, the other side just didn't seem to go. I only usually glue them right down the middle at the back because I fold the wings up, but it didn't work this time. Here I am fighting with the glue because there's not a lot in there, it's almost gone, but I like to squeeze every little tiny bit out that I possibly can. And I store them upside down too, so that helps to get out everything that's in the bottle. So this is the 6th or 7th time I've tried to do this voiceover, and iMovie keeps conking out, or the kids interrupt me, or it just, I don't know, something happens. But hopefully I'm getting everything that I need to say because I just can't remember what I have and haven't said now. It's all becoming a big blur. This one didn't like to stick, but because it's propped up on that corner from the photo, but it's not too bad, it's stuck alright. And that's where that arrow ends up. I do prefer where I had it before, but I couldn't remember, and then that was the place that it looked the best, so that's where it went again. I'm just measuring with a pencil so that when I chop that bit, because there's no point wasting that little bit behind the photos, I could use that somewhere else. So I've done it by eye before and cut it too far back, and then I struggled to get it where I want it, so I figured it's all good, just cut it with you, just measure it, it takes 2 seconds, and then you're safe. And I should have glued that XOXO ephemera thing down first, but I didn't. That's one of those ones designed by Deb. She does a wonderful job doing them. Then another arrow, and I think, the wood button, and then that's it. Rightio guys, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, and there'll be more photos at the end for you to watch. Okay then, bye.